what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Quick Tip Tuesday. Today we're going to be talking about all the recovery gear that we bring with us as we go on our adventures out in the woods. If you've been following the channel for any length of time, you know that we kind of travel alone sometimes, and we need to be able to get ourselves out of these sticky situations that we might find ourselves in. Plus it instills a little bit of confidence knowing that wherever we go, we can go ahead and self-extract if we need to. We have a few items missing. We'll talk about what those things are and what we plan to add to our kit. And as we're going through this, if you guys see anything that you'd like to add to the kit or suggestions that you have, things that you found work really well for you, go ahead and start that conversation down in the comments below, and we'd love to hear what you guys have to say. First thing we have with our recovery kit, it seems pretty simple. It's just a really good flashlight. Unfortunately, getting stuck happens at the worst possible times. It's not always during the daylight, so having a good flashlight on board to help you see what you're working with is really, really important. Highly recommend a good flashlight and maybe a spare set of batteries. So the other thing we bring with us is a properly sized, and by sized I mean rated for the poundage winch we have, Shackle. This one's metal. They have soft shackles. I recommend going the soft shackle route. Anytime you can have less metal flying through the air at a high rate of speed is probably better for everybody. This one is metal. It's pretty heavy duty. It's 3/4 inch. It's rated at 12,000 pounds, just like our winch. It's going to hold up great. At some point, we are going to upgrade to a soft shackle, but the shackle allows us to run our winch line to another vehicle, back to our own vehicle, around a tree saver, just allowing us to utilize our winch in the most effective way possible, rather than wrapping the winch line around itself and using the tow hook. It's an option. It does work, but it could do some undue wear and tear on your synthetic winch line if you run one like us. So the safest route is the shackle. Go as heavy as possible. You can even exceed the poundage of your winch. You don't want this to fail on you and fly through the air. This would be a bad day for everybody involved. So safety-wise, try to go heavy as possible. That fits the bumper or fits your application. So this is the Badland tree saver. You can see it's got loops on both ends. It allows us to wrap it around a tree. So reading right off the label, it's rated up to 30,000 pound minimum braking and 10,000 pound rated load. So this allows us to wrap it around a tree. Like I said, we're going to protect that tree, and we're also protecting our winch line from chafing on tree bark and other sharp objects. This doesn't have to be used exclusively on trees. You can wrap it around other things to attach your winch line to it, but it gives us a good hook on point utilizing our shackle that we talked about before. Keeping in line with the winch, our winch was nice enough to come with 2 of these line savers. You wrap these around the winch line themselves, and it will keep it from chafing on rocks or trees as you're kind of dragging it by. You're not always set up in the most ideal situation as possible, so the best way to route your winch line may not be the safest way to route your winch line ordinarily, but if you have a couple of these on hand, you can really protect your winch line from rubbing against really abrasive and sharp objects, and this will do a good job of protecting your winch line. The last thing that we currently bring with us are these X-Bowl traction boards. We have been blessed enough to not have to use these yet, so I can't give you a good review on whether or not they hold up or how well they work. The Amazon reviews and all the people we've talked to that are running these sing their highest praises. So we are confident that if we need to use them, they'll be there for us to help get us out of that slick and slippery situation. But like I said, we haven't used them yet. I can't speak to them. We have 2. These live on the side of the rack of the Jeep, and they are with us for when we need them. So that's our recovery gear setup for now. What we're going to add is some soft shackles, because that's the safest route. We're also going to add either a kinetic rope or a tow strap, because you don't want to use your winch as a tow strap. That's not what they're designed for. You're going to put a lot of undue stress on that winch line, and that's not going to be there for you when you really need it. So you're going to want to use your tools that you have the proper way. That's going to set you up for success in the long run. The other thing we're going to get and add to our kit is a synthetic winch line splice kit, and that's going to allow us to splice our synthetic winch line back together in case it breaks or snaps. And the last, and sometimes the most important thing, is a tire plug kit. We don't currently have one. We should have one. Shame on us for not having one, but we want to get a tire plug kit so we can repair those tires on the trail if needed, if it's not on the sidewall. If it's within the tread, it's acceptable to do so. But that is our current self-recovery gear. It's always safer to run with friends. I encourage you to do so, and I challenge you guys to get out on the trail. If you're loving these tips, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and we can't wait to see you next Tuesday.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still